In this video, I'm going to show you how to make coasters using Infusible Ink. You can find a full list of supplies that you'll need for this project in the description below. It's a pre-made project by Cricut, so if you have Cricut access, it's free, otherwise you may have to pay for the project. So I went to projects here on the left-hand side. So then from here, I'm going to type in orange slice. So from here, I'm not sure why, but the orange slice project will only come up when you switch the machine to the Joy. I am using the Cricut Explorer today. It will still work on the Explorer or the Maker, but we're just going to switch it temporarily to Joy. And then as you can see, the orange slices are right here. So just click on the project and then click customize. And then from here, let's just change our machine right away to make sure we have the right one. And honestly, that's it. It's already to size and everything. So we are good to go. We can click make it. Another important thing to note, when you're working with Infusible Ink, you'll always want to mirror your image. Obviously, these images don't need to be mirrored because it's going to be the same either way. I still like to mirror it just to get in the habit. And I'm just gonna drag these out a little bit so there's just a little bit more space between them. Perfect. Now I'll hit continue, and then I'm gonna connect to my Explorer Air 2. So now that we have connected to the machine, Infusible Ink is actually not an option on your smart dial. So we moved the smart dial to the left to custom, and now we're going to click browse all materials and search for Infusible Ink transfer sheets. Click on it, and now we are ready to get it on the mat and get cutting. So today I'm going to be using the tangerine transfer sheets. You can use really any color that you wanted, but I'm going to be using tangerine. One thing I wanted to highlight quick is, as you can see, there is a drastic color change between what the transfer sheets look like when you pull them out of the box versus the color on the box. So just know that when you apply heat, it will change to this color. All right, so now we'll get this applied onto our standard grip cutting mat. And I'm actually just gonna cut it to size really quick. I only need about 8 inches. Perfect, and then from here, I'm going to use a brayer tool. You could also use a scraper tool as well to help burnish it onto the mat. All right, so we've got our Infusible ink side up on our mat, and now we'll get it loaded into our machine. All right, we've got our fine point blade loaded in, and now we'll just load this into our machine, and we'll get cutting. All right, now we're gonna remove the Infusible ink from the cutting mat. To do this, I like to flip the mat over and bend the mat back while I hold the material straight, just like this. All right, now I'm going to cut the orange slices out to size. Now we're going to weed the transfer sheets. To do this, I'm mostly going to be using my fingers, but you can use a weeder tool to help you as well. Just be careful you don't dig too deep that you puncture through. So for the most part, you can kind of just roll and use your fingers, and the transfer sheets will pop right up, just like this. Well, I will leave this link below for you, but if you have an Easy Press, I highly recommend using this heat guide from Cricut. It will give you the exact time, temperature, and other important instructions. So what we'll do is you'll click on your Easy Press and then select your heat transfer material. We are using Infusible Ink transfer sheets, and then the base material, which are the ceramic coasters. So now we know that it's gonna go for 240 seconds at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. We don't need to apply any pressure, and we'll do a cold peel. And then there are some other helpful instructions like different supplies that you need. Just remember to go to this website and follow these directions to a T, and you'll get great results. So while the Easy Press is preheating, I'm gonna get the transfer sheet onto the coaster face down just like this. But before we do that, we're gonna just wipe off our coaster to make sure there's no lint or debris. And then applying it is just as simple as placing it on top and getting it lined up where you want. So to help this stick onto the coaster, as you can tell, it's not holding down because the coaster is bigger than this plastic piece, or the sticky piece. I'm going to use heat resistant transfer tape. So I'll just cut a few pieces and place it around the edges. I'm also trimming away the excess of the transparent sheet. This will just help the tape to stick better to the transfer sheet and to the coaster. Alright, so as you can see, I've really applied the tape a lot of tape around the edges, you want to make sure that it sticks down completely. The Easy Press will help, obviously, by just applying the pressure of the Easy Press on its own, but that's what that looks like. So what I'm going to do next is I've got an Easy Press mat, and I'm going to place a piece of cardstock down. So what we're going to do is place our ceramic coaster face down like this, and then we're going to take our butcher paper and place it on top. And then we'll take the Easy Press and place it on top of the coaster. We don't need any pressure, so you can literally just set it down for 240 seconds. All right, so the Easy Press is finished. I just removed it, and you can go ahead and remove your butcher paper, but you'll want to wait until your coaster is completely cooled before flipping it and removing the transfer sheet. So I'm just gonna leave this be, and then we will do the other ones as soon as that's done being cooled. Also, I did wanna say something really quick. If you have a larger Easy Press, you can do multiple coasters at the same time. So I used the 6x7 Easy Press, which is the smallest one other than the Easy Press Mini, and that will only fit one coaster under at a time. But if you have a bigger one and can fit multiple coasters, you'll just save time by doing it that way. So definitely give that a try if you have a few coasters. Now that this has completely cooled, we can remove the transfer sheet and the tape. So I'm just using a weeder tool to help pop the tape off. All right, so we're all finished, and there's what our coaster looks like. As you can tell, I didn't do the best job centering this, but I still think it turned out pretty good. So now we're gonna do the other 3 coasters, and then we'll wrap this project up. All right, so our coasters are officially done. That is how you use infusible ink to make some ceramic coasters.